I'm Jacqueline Freemo, and I'm here today risking this outrageous weather to show you what it's like currently in the Haitian Eon. Today's temperature is a crazy 212 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm like dying over here. Whew. Okay, stay home today or you will die. They're on unbearable temperatures, no oxygen, very high radiation, and a molten surface, so pack your molten shoes if you plan on visiting, which I highly don't recommend. There is no oxygen here, so I'm like having a really hard time breathing. Whew. So stay home or wear your oxygen tanks. Hydrogen, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrogen are currently floating away into space because there is no atmosphere. An amazing feature has just been created known as Earth's moon. It was formed by a planet known as Theia crashing into Earth. More breaking news. Earth's crust is starting to form. You may not be able to see it here, but if we were to zoom in, you would be able to see it. Warning, unbearable temperatures, no oxygen, very high radiation, and molten surface. Stay inside, kids.
Hello and welcome to the Archie and Eon, the start of life. I am Gabby Blia and I am going to give you your weather. It is getting colder than from the Haitian Eon. Earth has finally cooled down to a point where it's not hot enough to boil, unlike the Haitian Eon a few million years ago. Something called the atmosphere has formed, and it is full of abundant chemicals. The atmosphere has methane and ammonia and other gases, which would be very toxic to us. With everything cooling down, most of the water vapor in the air has cooled to a point where it's condensed to form an ocean. Make sure you have your oxygen mask because most of the air is carbon dioxide still, with very, very little oxygen. Now, if you look at the ocean, you might be alarmed to see this blue-green algae floating. Don't be scared. It's actually the first single-celled bacteria in the ocean. Sadly, there hasn't been any found on Earth, or on land. Just a little bit of land has formed and its volcanoes began to poke out of the water. Most of the rocks were igneous or metamorphic, like granite or quartz, but the largest sedimentary rocks, like sandstone, also formed, mainly in the oceans during this time. There are these islands that are carried over the surface of the Earth by the movement of deep rock in the Earth's interior. We call this plate tectonics. Occasionally, the small islands collide with each other to form larger islands, and rumor has it that if this keeps happening, it will form continents, whatever that might be. Warning, thank goodness for those pesky asteroids and meteors are mostly gone. So now impact craters only form occasionally. A few of these rocks are forming now will actually survive to the present in spite of the terrible wind and rain. Make sure to stay inside your house, and if you were to dare to step outside, make sure to have your oxygen mask. Thank you for tuning in. I am Gabby Blia, and this is your weather report. Until next time, stay safe.
Hello there, this is Natalie Tassielli coming at you with the weather report for the next 1.95 billion years, the Proterozoic Eon. Almost everything is frozen, and the planet is covered in a sheet of ice. It's extremely chilly, with temperatures up to -58 degrees Fahrenheit. We're on a glacier right now. You can expect this crazy snowball Earth weather for the next 10 million years, just like the last ice takeover a few million years back. Luckily, the ocean has not completely frozen yet, meaning that some organisms are still alive, and they're photosynthesizing, creating a higher oxygen level in the atmosphere than ever before. But there's still some low oxygen, so it's kind of hard to breathe. But we can breathe, which is the good part. Sadly, oxygen is a chemical degrader, so many cells are dying, but not the eukaryotics. They're alive and flourishing. Those of you watching, please take a moment to look down and remove the snow from underneath your feet and look at the rocks. Notice anything different? They're red because the iron is rusting from the oxygen. Plate tectonics are moving at a much faster speed. We have been in and out of supercontinents like twice now. It seems like every few million years we get new neighbors. The quick plate movement has caused new mountain ranges to form all over the planet. Plus, new volcanoes are forming, melting the snow. Warning, the temperature is only getting colder. The colder it gets, the harder it is to flourish, so stay inside as long as you can. Organisms are also beginning to evolve much faster than ever before, leaving the planet with a ton of new and fascinating plants. Be sure to be careful around new species. They could be dangerous. This is Natalie signing off and saying stay warm and enjoy the snow. Hello, and welcome to the modern day Phanerozoic Eon. I'm Natalie Tassielli Jr., a direct descendant of Natalie Tassielli, the great weather reporter from the Proterozoic Eon. We, as residents of Snoqualmie, have reached the cold winter months and that we all know and love. Today, temperatures have gone as low as 29 degrees Fahrenheit. And even though the sun may be shining today, the clouds are coming, bringing a long-anticipated snowstorm right to our front doors. Warning, the roads may be icy, which could cause car accidents, so those of you freshmen learning to drive, make sure to stay off the roads. Make sure to dress warm enough as well for the chilly weather because no one wants to catch hypothermia. I mean, it's so cold, it's hard to imagine why the atmosphere, which consists of 78% hydrogen, 21% oxygen, 0.9% argon, and 0.03% carbon dioxide, doesn't freeze in ice cubes, along with the abundant chemicals of hydrogen, helium, and oxygen. Why don't they just freeze? I don't get it. Now, although we may live in a winter wonderland, other countries are not as lucky. Plate tectonics have split Pangaea into 7 completely different continents, creating a lot of ocean space in between them. This makes the shores colder and the inlands drier. This varied climate allows the average temperature of the Earth to remain quite high at about 61 degrees Fahrenheit, which is extremely livable. However, right now it's freezing out here at 28 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, it is truly amazing how far we have come as a Phanerozoic Eon. Only a few million years ago, dinosaurs roamed the Earth. Their extinction led to mammal evolution, and here we are. This surface is covered in new plant species, mountain ranges, and crops, and most importantly, civilization. This is Natalie Tassielli signing off and saying how lucky we are to be alive right now.